All right, let's work out how to get the acrylic over the artwork. So here are our plastics, and we are going to duplicate them and move them up. And then what we want to do is grab all of our outside edges here. There they are. And I want to mark these so they're easy to select again, because as we go on, things get a little more complicated and we don't have perfect loops, which stinks. But, you know, for now, I think I'm just going to add a seam here. That way it's easy to grab all of those again. So we can extrude down now, back over where that art was. And then our material here should not be the plastics. It should be acrylic. And I have that set up already in here in my materials. All it is high transmission, low roughness. So it's shiny and you can see right through it. Note, however, as we go that light does not pass through it the same way that it would just bounce off the artwork. It's adding, you know, some darkening, which is, you know, correct. You wouldn't be able to pass light through this with, you know, no obfuscation of the light. Golly, I can't believe I just said obfuscation. I'm sorry. So then what we want to do is we want to grab all these, like the outside loop here. Well, okay, let's do this first. Try to do this at the right order. I'm going to solo these. And then what we want to do is we want to grab all those bottom ones because I don't want the seam down there. Okay, what I want is I want to select just the seams. Yep. And then what we want to do is bevel. Yeah, that's going to cause trouble. See how that crisscrosses right there? This is kind of what I was afraid of. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all the faces. There. Okay, faces are gone. So what do we have? We have all of the edges of the plastics. Those all get shaded smooth. And then we can grab everything here and create faces. Messy, but they're there. Now those faces, those should just be shaded flat. And then again, we want to grab all these edges. And because we did that, we got rid of those triangles. It's actually easy to grab these loops again now. But we still have that seam marked, even though we're not actually going to UV, you know, unwrap with that seam. It's just easy to grab. So that seam is marked, and then we're going to bevel. And you can see here, until you see stuff like that, we have no trouble like we did before because of the way that face was triangulated. So we'll bevel until we see issues, and then we'll back off a little bit. There. So that should look really nice. And should also, okay. So I'm going to take that bevel I just made, and I'm going to make sure that those faces, let's do this. Grab the flat faces, the ones that are shaded flat. So And then we're going to inverse. No, that's wrong. Grab that, select coplanar, and then everything else besides those top flat faces, we're going to make sure are shaded smooth. Okay, so we can triangulate these now if we want, because that's going to let our subsurf modifier work. The other thing you could do, or maybe I'll do that. You could leave this as like an n-gon and not triangulate it. But most, video game render engines turn everything to tries anyway, so it doesn't really hurt to do that. So let's do that here. Get rid of duplicates, triangles, quads. Okay. So, now our subdivision modifier works. I don't need to see it while I'm working though. And then if we back out, you should see how that sits right on top of the artwork. And we can render and light goes right through it. And then the artwork itself, we don't actually bring into Visual Pinball. We just, render this acrylic, and use what you can see through it to bring it over. So, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to render this out just so you can see it, and we can tweak materials and stuff later. But, overall that looks, pretty close to what we're looking for.